Hello everybody, happy June the 24th, 2025 edition. Today's Tuesday. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Thank you for stopping by. This video will be first Justin, the guy from Texas, this guy. The big Don Mattingly fan, the guy that gifted me this card. He's hosting another VR contest. Had someone ask me, what does VR mean? VR means video response. So Justin wants us to do a video response. And Justin asked us to make a video response and tag him. And he gave us 7 choices, 7 subjects to choose from. And he said we could just pick one, or we could do all 7, or some of the 7. So I'm going to do maybe 3 of the 7 here. One of the questions that Justin asked is, what is the best sport? That's one of the 7 subjects. What is the best sport? He said to convince him why I'm right, why this sport is the best sport. And I have to go with baseball, like Donnie Baseball, right? I challenge anybody right now to turn on their television on this Tuesday. See if you can find any hockey games. See if you can find any basketball games. See if you can find any football games. I rest my case. You will find some baseball games today, so turn on your TV, watch some baseball. Go Astros. So that's the first subject. The convincing that baseball is the best sport. Another subject that Justin said is, what is something in your collection that has no value, but to you it is priceless? What did I do with it? Okay. This is a drawing of a 1987 Donruss Dan Petrie card. My brother, who recently passed away this past November, he drew this card in sometimes either 87 or after, obviously, but he was a really great artist. And as you can see, the white poster board on the back. But my dad would send off for autographs. My dad's the reason I got into TTM autographs. So my dad would send off a card, and me and my brother, would want to do the same. So my dad didn't have no extra cards, so me and my brother decided to draw the card. So my dad would send the original card along with the drawing that me and my brother did. So here's my brother's, like I said, Dan Petrie, 1987 Donruss, and then we sent it off to Dan Petrie. He autographed my dad's card, he autographed my brother's card, and my person I sent off to, and I like my brother's is the same size as the original card, because I didn't do that. And you can see my brother, he didn't make any mistakes on his. But when you get to mine, I didn't have the talent that my brother did. He was a very talented drawer, artist. When you get to mine, it's bigger than the normal size, as you can see. As you can see, when I started out, I messed up. Error. But I didn't give up. So there's my drawing of a 1962 Dallas Green card for the Philadelphia Phillies. My dad sent his 1962 Topps card to Dallas Green, and I sent the drawing along with it. And Mr. Green signed it. But as you can see, he's got a big body and a little head. Like I said, I'm not the artist that my brother was, but that's, I wouldn't take nothing. you know, they might be worth a little bit because of autographs, but still, for the most part, they're not worth as much as other autographs. But being that my brother drew it, they're priceless. So that's number 2. And then number 3, Justin says, show something that you enjoy that is in your collection that you have never shown before. Okay, so yesterday, it says that something that you enjoy. Okay, I enjoy hearing back from fellow YouTubers. And they don't have to send me anything. I just like, you know, talking back and forth, fellowship, and, you know, finding out what we have in common and just getting to know people in YouTube. And one of the first person I remember that when I got onto YouTube that was an Astros fan like myself is Sean, the Jedi Master. And so Sean, you know, this Texas, he's also from Texas. And, you know, the saying is everything's big in Texas. And I find it to be true that, you know, both Justin and Sean have big hearts. And just shout out to them and thank you. Like I said, don't have to send me anything. Just, you know, getting able to be able to talk to y'all has been fun. But I do thank you for what you have sent me. But Sean sent me something. And he calls me his fellow Astros brother. I thought that was cool. But he says, enjoy the cards. And the TTM Fuel signed it. Enjoy, Sean. So thank you, Sean. That's what the remainder of this video is about, showing something that I enjoy. You know, I enjoy hearing from other people, and Sean sent me something that I enjoy. You know, I love to collect cards, and now it's in my collection, and I've definitely never shown it. I just got it in the mail. So, over 200 something cards Sean sent me, mostly Astros cards, so I'm going to show those. And thank you so much, Sean. He sent me a Rays sticker for some reason. I don't know. I'll have to ask him why. Maybe you can put it in the comments, Sean, if you see this. Why did you send me a Rays sticker? You know, what's the reasoning? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if Sean knew this, but in Alabama here, our AA minor league team, the Montgomery Biscuits, are affiliated with the Tampa. I still call them the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, their original name, but the Tampa Bay Rays. But they have a AA team here in Alabama, so I don't know if that's why he sent it, but I like it either way. Thank you for that. He sent me some top-loaded cards. Forgot the guy's name. Shea Whitcomb, Astros rookie. Piece of his jersey. That's cool. A 1980 Astros team card. He mentions TTM Fuel, so I may send this card off and try to get some of the Astros to sign. That's who all's on it. I know some of those do sign through the mail. I think Jose Cruz is $5, and some of them have passed away, but there's still some prospects for autographs there. So I had to look into that. Astros just recently re-signed John Singleton. That's a cool Topps card of John Singleton. One of my all-time favorite Astros, Jeff Bagwell. All-time Astros home run leader, first baseman, Gold Glove winner, Rookie of the Year. The list is long. And then another great first baseman for the Astros, Yuli Gurriel. I enjoyed watching him play with the Astros. There's a relic of his, really cool looking card. I like the orange. I like the cloud. I love the clouds in the background. Great looking card. But man, so many cards. Like I said, over 200 cards. Just super appreciate it, Sean. Just go through them real quick. Willie Calhoun, Shin-Soo Choo, Martin Perez, Carter Stewart Jr., Mitch Moreland, Mike Minor, Astros team card, Alan Ashby, one of the greatest Astros catchers of all time, Davey Lopes, Preston Wilson, which is Mookie Wilson's son, Mike Sims, Mike Lamb, back-to-back Mikes, James Mouton. I always like those Astros uniforms with the broken star. Rafael Ramirez, Craig Reynolds, Billy Hatcher, Steve Finley. He looks pretty tired. Who we got? Brandon Backey, Chuck Jackson, Bob Nepper, Jim Bechays. He had a Chris Berman name, but I can't think of it right now. Miguel Tejada, Pete Harnish, John Miserock. I like cards that feature sliding. Here's Aledmus Diaz sliding into home. Josh James, Bill Dorn, X-Man Xavier Hernandez. He signs through the mail autographs. Got Terry Poole, Bob Nepper. I remember this play from the World Series. Carlos Correa hit a Game 5 walk-off from the 2020 postseason. Doug Drabeck, Brad Lidge, Lights Out Lidge, great reliever. Todd Self. Some of these I don't remember being Astros, Todd Self being one of them. Most of them I do though. Javier Ortiz, Pete Incavilla, and I didn't have a lot of these cards, so thank you so much, Sean. Buddy Bell, one of my all-time favorites for the Astros. Look at that mustache. Kevin Bass. Alan Ashby showing us how the bunt is done. Larry Anderson, most known, I guess, for being the guy that the Astros got or traded to get Jeff Bagwell. Rich Gedman, I remember him, catcher, mostly played with the Red Sox. Eric Yielding, very fast player. Joaquin Andahar. Glenn Davis, another great first baseman for the Astros, the Big Bopper. Jim Pankovitz. David Hensley. Jose Urquidy. Corbin Martin. Another Corbin Martin. I just call this guy JJ. Yeah, I struggle with names sometimes. Joe Perez, that's easier to say. I'm going to say it twice. Joe Perez. Corbin Martin again. Brian Abreu. Great setup man for the Astros. Abraham Toro. Played for a little bit for the Astros. I remember most thing I remember him for is Justin Verlander pitched a no-hitter for the Astros, but for the most part of the game, it was a 0-0 game. But Toro homered to put the Astros in the lead late in the game. Another Jose Urquidy. And another one. Taylor Buckholz. Blake Taylor. Brandon Belak. Blake Taylor. Carlos Lee. He was a fun character for the Astros. Power hitter. Carlos Lee. Springer Dinger. George Springer. Carlos Gomez. Cargo. Rogelio Armenteros. Josh Reddick. I'm just going to call this guy Yo Tate. I don't remember him. Forrest Whitley, prospect that didn't pan out. Josh Smith. Letty Tavares. Cole Winn. Jeff Mathis. Not to be confused with Johnny Mathis. Chances are, 'cause I wear a silly grin. Alright, some more. Out of the box. I gotta hurry up. 16 minutes. What in the world? Let's go. We got Roy Oswalt. Vern Rule. And I'm upside down. George Springer. Forrest Whitley. Ozzie Smith. This is cool. 11 out of 11. 11 cards in the set. A 1990 star. Nolan Ryan. It's not open, so I'm going to leave it unopened. I'd like to see the cards, but I think I'm going to leave it unopened. But I love Nolan Ryan, even though he left Houston and went to the Rangers. Still love him. Greatest pitcher of all time, in my opinion. Big Nolan Ryan fan. My favorite pitcher of all time. Man, Sean even sent me a football card. Look at there. Joe Montana. Awesome. Jeremy Pena. Jeff Bagwell. Richard Hidalgo, great power hitter for the Astros. Another great power hitter, one of the killer bees, Lance Berkman. Jeff Kent, great second baseman. Should be in the Hall of Fame, really. One of my favorite current pitchers, Hunter Brown. If you've never watched Hunter pitch, go check him out. He's a great pitcher. I think he's second in the league in ERA. Justin Verlander. I wish he was still with the Astros. Chris Davinsky, Devo. Jose Altuve. Future Hall of Famer, probably. Another Jose Altuve. These are all short prints. Dallas Keuchel, great pitcher for a short amount of time for the Astros. Alex Bregman, miss him. Hunter Pence. Or as the announcers used to call him, Underpants. Hunter Pence. And let's see, Carlos Correa. And I got on cards on the other side too. So flip it over and look at some of the others on the other side. Take me to the other side. We got Wade Boggs, Ryan Sandberg, Kirby and Bo. That's awesome. Robin Yount. Joe Perez. There's that Nolan Ryan 11 card set. Oh, another one of my all-time favorites, Jose Cruz, outfielder. It's a cool card, back in 1981, Donruss. We got, who we got? I can't see, Jeff Kent, Yordan Alvarez, and Alex Bregman. Roy Oswalt. We got, who we got? I can't see. Wade Miller. Another Jeff Bagwell. Kyle Tucker, I miss you. Zach Greinke, what a character. Alex Bregman before he was an Astro, back when he wore number 30 for the USA. That's a cool card. Forgot to put the cards on the other side. Alex Bregman again. Evan Gattis, he was fun to watch. Dallas Keuchel, Pedro Leon, Alex Bregman, Alex Bregman. Michael Brantley, Goose Gossage, great TTMer. Might have to send that one. Not really a lot of good spaces to sign on that one though. We'll see. Some more Hunter Brown. I love me some Hunter Brown. Jose Altuve, another short print. Nolan Ryan, greatest pitcher of all time, twice. Verlander, another future Hall of Famer. Mark Portugal, Dave Smith, Jeff Bagwell. There's a cool Nolan Ryan. He was number 30. So we have Kyle Tucker, number 30. We had Alex Bregman, 30 now. Nolan Ryan, known for being number 34, but he was 30 with the Angels. One of my favorite players, Jordan Alvarez, number 44, like Hank Aaron. Jeremy Pena, Jose Urquidy, Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve, Roy Oswalt, Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog, Tony McGuinn. If you combine Fred McGriff and Tony McGuinn, you get Tony McGuinn. And my namesake, Barry Larkin. And gotta show the other sides. Uh-oh. My namesake, Barry Bonds. We got Roy Oswalt again. Another Hunter Brown. Corey Julks. Ken Caminiti. Eric Anthony. Mark Portugal. Justin Verlander. Dave Smith. Jeff Bagwell. Nolan Ryan. Jordan Alvarez. Jose Abreu. Jeremy Pena. He's having a great year for the Astros. Jose Altuve. Short print. And then another one. Lance Berkman. Marcus Semien. Jack Leader. Christian Javier. Alright, one more stack. Franklin Stubbs, he signs to the mail. He only played 1 year in Houston, but had his greatest year ever. Mark Portugal, Glenn Wilson, Eric Yoding, Ken Oberkfell, Danny Darwin, Casey Candell. Can't see the name. Bryce Matthews. Oh, this is an interesting card. Sports Flicks of Phil Plantier. He had a batting style like Bagwell's where it looked like he was sitting down. Jake Myers, one of my favorite current Astros. Luis Garcia. I miss seeing him pitch. He had an interesting style. Cal Ripken. Here's a miniature Mike Scott. Roy Oswalt. Springer Dinger. Juan Gone on an OPG. That's cool. I've got this card, but not OPG. And he signs. I might send this one to get signed. And then Dickie Thon. I think I showed him on a previous episode, but he was with the Phillies. But here he is with the Astros. Great player. Got hit in the eye, but even after he got hit in the eye, he played another 9 seasons, I think. He didn't give up, so that's another part of my don't give up stories. Dickie Thon. Had a bad eye injury, but he didn't give up. Kept playing the game. The greatest game. Have we already talked about that? We have Astros current catcher Yanier Diaz. Gerald Young TTMs. He's a great signer. Super fast guy. 3 of him. Verlander. Jeremy Pena. Perez. There's the back of the Plantier card. Jeremy Pena. Alex Bregman. Tom Glavine. Don Sutton. He passed away, but he was from my neck of the woods. Born in Alabama. Eddie Murray. Ken Griffey Jr. Laying down the bunt. Lee Smith. I guess that's Gerald Perry. Michael Brantley, great hitter. Started out with the Indians, came over to the Astros. There he is again. His dad played in the majors, Mickey Brantley. Garrett Cole. And closing out with number 5, Jeff Bagwell, Astros all-time home run leader. I expect Jordan Alvarez to pass him if he stays healthy, but we'll see. But thank you, Sean, for that mail. Man, it means a lot. Some great cards. I will hope to send some of those off and get autographed. And all the others hold on in part of my collection. But thank you, Sean. Thank you, Justin. That concludes this VR. And I appreciate everybody that stopped by and watched. I know it's kind of a lengthy video, but had to show all them Astros cards in case anybody out there is undecided on what team to cheer for. I gave you a good sample of some Astros. Great team to follow. I mentioned my dad. I collect TTM. I do TTM because my dad, he's the reason I'm an Astros fan. He's been following the Astros since they were the Colt 45s, since the early 60s. And I followed in his footsteps, liking the Astros. And super cool that I have something in common with Sean, that we're both Astros fans. But thank you to my Texas brothers, Sean and Justin at 3 Good Nerds. And I thank you, everybody that stopped by today to watch this. I hope you have a great day, great Tuesday. And just want to remind everybody, no excuses. Be kind all the time. See you later down the road. God bless.